beginning to think that this Mizkif fellow is a bit of an unpleasant character. Yes, I believe so.
I don't know if anyone's in Miz's corner anymore.
Personally, I don't like Mizkif. Why, you look like you're in distress.
You're stressing me out.
I didn't think that Mizkif could have found a way to somehow make things worse for himself. But just like life, he seems to always find a way. When we last saw Mizkif, he had been exposed by Emiru for being an abusive and manipulative man-baby that would slam doors and punch holes in the walls anytime he felt he wasn't getting his way, or Emiru was doing better than he was at something.
He had cooked up a plot that if I ever tried to talk about him, like about the abuse or anything else, he would try to go live and say that I killed my rabbits.
That was then almost immediately followed up with Mizkif coming out of the woodwork to threaten to go demon time on every other streamer, unable to control the narrative this time.
It's time to go full demon time. It's clearly obvious at this point. It's full demon time. Why not? It is time to go full demon time. Just letting you know. There is no holding back. Who cares anymore? I will expose everything about every person that you've ever known, and it is time to go full demon time.
Well, after a stressful week on Halloween, Mizkif got caught at a Halloween party dressed up as Elmo, shortly before running away.
He was like, do I know you? And I was like, no.
Yo, let's handle that.
Actually,
At the same time, a clip also came out of Mizkif telling Emiru that her cheese has gotten moldy in the fridge. Cheese that she wasn't even sure was hers in the first place. In fact, Mizkif thought the best idea would be to shove this moldy cheese in her face before getting told to go away by Emiru's chat.
Emmy?
What? What?
You're in trouble.
Why? What did I do?
A chubby found something that's yours.
Huh?
Show chat.
Ew! What the
That's
fuck?
yours. It's literally yours.
That's mine? I'm sorry, I didn't know it was in there.
Then why'd you buy it? Why don't you show chat your show and tell?
Ew, bro. Ew.
Show chat.
No, I don't want to touch it. Ew.
You see it, chat? It's fungus.
Are you sure that's mine?
Yeah.
I don't remember buying that, which means if I did buy it, it's been
This
there
is
for a
not
long
even
time.
like... I don't even know how... It looks like it's evaporated. You see it? This is not... I think, ew, me. This is hers. She's been addicted to playing Overwatch and not paying attention to her food. Should I keep holding it here?
No, dude. Throw it away.
You want it?
No, stop.
I've never seen moldy cheese like this. This is the most disgusting thing in the world.
Yeah, that's gross.
This is gross. Leave Emmy alone and throw it away. Okay, I'll stay here and I won't throw it away. I got you, dude.
Dude, just throw it away. It's so gross.
Why, you look like you're in distress.
'Cause you're stressing me out.
Okay.
For maximum cooperative behavior.
Mizkif then somehow found a way to pin the blame onto Emiru for people getting mad at him for barging into a room with moldy food, shoving it into her face, messaging her on Discord saying not to come into his room. Good job, make the chat hate me more. Fucking garbage. Don't come into my room and leave me alone. That wasn't my intention, I just didn't like the bag being in my face and was getting upset, I'm sorry. Another clip would also come out, this time of him picking his nose, telling Emiru to STFU.
Emmy needs to practice. I think I can carry her in most of the games, bitch. Best streak 3. What, for your fucking Excel spreadsheet? Shut the fuck up. Don't talk shit about me, dumbass bitch. I know everything about you.
Also on Halloween night, 2 OTK members, SodaPoppin, the head of the World of Warcraft streaming group OnlyFangs, and another streamer, NmpLoll, would discuss Mizkif's actions coming to light.
I think we should start with the Miz and Emmy stuff.
Yeah.
So Emmy went live, and she basically unfolded pretty much the past couple of years of their relationship, and it was eye-opening. It was fucking nuts.
Yeah, it was insane.
I remember watching her stream. I'm sure all the viewers here today watched her stream as well. At least went to the VOD, and it started. You could see she was so nervous. She was so nervous, and I could feel it. I was sitting there with.
It takes some courage.
Yeah, and when she started really kind of go, I jumped up from my like, let's go, because she finally started like actually. I was worried for her.
Really, why?
Essentially. Because it's just such a scary thing to go live and to talk about something serious like that.
I know the same feeling when I did my Kamala Harris sponsorship.
When she was ranting about it, so many things clicked for me. Do you remember going to that house and the door was locked, or the door was broken? I remember going over there for trash talk and the door was broken because I was like it didn't lock anymore.
I don't remember that. No,
you don't have. Finn, do you remember that?
I do remember that, and I remember not really even getting an explanation. It was just kind of like, this house is falling apart.
That's what I thought too. Typical streamer houses.
To be fair, that house was also just falling apart.
True. You're right. It fucking was. Yeah, and I remember really getting over there, and I remember just opening the door and being like, I was early too. I was like, why is this unlocked? Yeah. It was weird. Door was locked, so a lot of things like that kind of clicked. And also, I honestly never had it confirmed from them that they were dating. And so when she went out and she started, talking about all these fucking crazy ass things, that was a wild stream to listen to. And it was very eye-opening. And to follow it up, Mizkif went live right after. Well, not right after. He took like 3 hours.
He was dodging
I was waiting for it, dude. I get it.
We'll get what?
The drama frogs. I understand.
So
I refreshed LSF for 3 hours straight.
Oh my god.
After complaining about people talking about Mizkif's obsession with views, they would then talk about the World of Warcraft messages we read out in the last video. SodaPoppin even said that he believes Mizkif, during a raid, let Emiru's character die on purpose.
It's one of the funniest things.
Yeah.
And not as many people are talking about it as they fucking should. It's so funny to me.
What?
That Mizkif didn't want Emmy to play Warrior because he'd get that is the fucking World of Warcraft. I haven't seen anyone talking about it more than it's so funny.
It's funny on many levels because those people, first off, tanking in classic WoW, that isn't really like, whoa, you're so great. Like how can
that's the leader position, or at least subconsciously to WoW players, the leader.
Maybe,
actually,
but
in
like,
modern WoW,
think about it from viewers though. Like Emmy tanking versus Miz tanking, they're not really going to tell who's doing better.
What do you mean?
They're not going to know who's better. Like he was worried that she would outshine him, right?
Sure.
First off, if they're doing dungeons, there ain't going to be two tanks in the group.
Nope.
So how is she really ever going to outshine you?
You're right. It's just
first off, they ain't making it to 60.
And what's even funnier, it makes you think, how many did Miz fucking let her ass die? Was he trying to get her ass killed?
I don't. What?
Because the thing is,
but he's not.
He's gone so far. He's cutting her stream off.
Yeah, but he's not a skilled enough player.
He sucks
to
ass.
To also survive these situations.
He's played the game so much. He's actually like an old frog. He's played the game for so long, and he still blows ass.
So is like Russell. Like people just suck,
Sure, but like Miz cares. Like caring that deeply about like appearing good, or at least I think he also. Thing is, he would tell me he really wanted to be one of the tanks because he looked at tanking as one of the leader roles, right, in OnlyFans.
I can see that.
Sure as hell, he's not going to be in OnlyFans this time.
And of course, we also got to hear about those plushies. It's honestly a miracle that Mizkif got out of that house alive, as well as a brand new driving story.
Did you hear Miz's counter argument as to how Miz throws things at her?
That she throws plushies?
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's kind of how, like, when I saw his return stream, I'm thinking to myself, why do you think that this sounds like a thing that you should say? Like, who would ever be on your side? Yeah, man, she hit you with a plushie, so you should rip your phone at her face. Like, does he not have anyone to give him counsel? Like, no one to help him out?
I don't know if anyone's in Miz's corner anymore. Another thing to come from all of this, Miz's driving. I want to know your thoughts on that.
All right. I have been in the car with Miz, and he has full sent it. And I don't know if I told you or either Milena or whoever it was at the time that I would never get in the car with that guy again.
It might have been me.
Yeah, he full sends it. The R8 is just. It's a big boy car.
Does he get pulled over a lot?
I have no idea. He should.
Because the word that is going around the street is 150 miles per hour. That's not kilometers per hour.
Yeah,
miles per. That's insane.
Yeah,
it's not just like
he did it with me too. It wasn't 150, but it was enough to where I had experienced G-force similar like a roller coaster, and you get lightheaded.
I drove with him once, and I love cars. I was like, I'll never drive you again, Matt. It was really bad.
Miz is a bad driver.
Yeah.
He's a psychotic, going to kill someone type driver. I've heard from you. I've heard from Finn. I've obviously heard from Emmy. I've heard from who the fuck else talked about how crazy of a driver Miz is.
I don't remember. Someone else on the internet.
Dude, it's all over.
Oh,
everyone who's known him.
It also came out that the Mizkif audience was brigading Reddit, trying to defend their senpai's honor, combined with bots that he used to do the exact same thing.
So Miz brigades Reddit. That's insane because it makes sense though. Because you brigade Reddits. You control the narrative. I just can't fathom actually going that far.
Well, the thing is,
same with viewbotting. It's like you viewbot, you get higher
but the
sections.
thing is, it just works.
It does. I hate it.
We got brigaded on our Emmy episode. I don't know by who or anything, but there were a ton of accounts that would post and within seconds immediately 60 upvotes, and they were always burner accounts that were like just created, no subscribers. The name pattern was always the same, and it was basically gibberish. And it was really annoying because I was trying to leave in any real criticism because people love to shit on us. I love it too. Sometimes I pin them.
No, it's like it's an overly positive community.
But I don't like when it's synthesized, obviously.
Yeah.
And something happened when we published that episode. It was coordinated. And I don't know where it came from. I don't care. But like the fake shit is not
where
cool.
It came from.
I mean, it's a thing. And before Emmy did her video, like Miz was getting talked about in a positive light out of nowhere.
At that same time, another clip would come out, this time of Mizkif saying Extra Emily and Emiru were his daughters.
I feel like a father tonight. Dude, having 2 daughters sucks.
Please never say that to me ever again.
Right.
Ice Poseidon, who if you remember, gave Mizkif his start as his cameraman, would then go on a live stream talking about how he's satisfied seeing Mizkif's fall from grace.
I knew him years ago. I have no issues with those guys. Personally, I don't like Mizkif because he kind of was an asshole to me for many years. And, I kind of helped him get started with streaming. And then he blew up on Twitch. And then he was like, Ice Poseidon? Who's that? Yeah, I don't know who that guy is. So, and that was when I was at my lowest. So it's like, okay, so seeing him go through this drama now, very satisfying for me. You have no idea. I mean, Mizkif used to be my cameraman for my streams. And then he would, then he started streaming on Twitch. And then I told my viewers, hey, go check out this guy, and he got a boost in viewership from that. The other OTK guys, they're great. I like them. No issues. I think they're great for Kick. Mizkif, I don't care what happens to him. I only wish the worst for him.
Asmongold would also react to that cheese clip we saw earlier, letting us know how bad that fridge was on the regular. This was not an isolated incident.
Just throw the cheese away. Like, by the way, every time that I ever went over to their house, the refrigerator was full of rotten, like, I would open it up and it would smell like shit. Okay? It would smell like rotten vegetables. Every single time. Now, was every single one of those times Emmy's fault? I mean, I don't think so. Maybe half of them were, but the other half weren't. Probably not. Don't act like it disgusts you. Oh, no, if he did this to me, I'd lick it. I'd be like, oh, yeah, oh, yeah, this is delicious. I love this. I would totally play into this. But also, I'm not Emiru. I'm a fucking goblin. So, yeah, of course it wouldn't bother me. I'd press my face against it. It doesn't matter to me at all.
Leave Emmy alone and throw it away. Okay.
Yeah.
Why you look like you're in distress?
Because I wonder why. I love all of these clips coming up of like him just doing this weird stuff, and like people didn't really know like whether this is like a meme or not, but like now everybody's like, bro, like this is a bit much, right?
Asmon even showed the chat's reaction to the whole thing.
Yes, because, her chat didn't like you going in there and being obnoxious and asshole. I'm beginning to think that this Mizkif fellow is a bit of an unpleasant character. Yes, I believe so. What could have led you to that conclusion? What a shocker. Wow. He never acted this way around me. Never. Not even once. I never saw Miz crash out. I never saw him get mad. I never saw him cry. I never saw him be violent. I never saw any of this shit ever happen around me. And so I heard about it. I heard about it from a couple of people, and I was like, wow, this is kind of weird. Like, I don't want to deal with this. This is crazy. So no, I had nothing to do with it, right? I didn't want to be around it. So yeah, he went in here, harassed her, and then he crashed out because she didn't like him harassing her, putting moldy cheese next to her face.
Later on that stream, Asmongold also said if anybody was worried about Mizkif suing them for coming out about their experiences with him, Asmongold would personally pay for their legal fees. Something that is absolutely beyond based.
Yeah, I mean, if anybody has any of that shit that's happened, I mean, they can always contact me and, you know, like I can set them up with legal counsel and I can pay for it. It's not really a big deal. If they want to come out and they're worried about like getting sued or something like that, it's not a big deal to me at all. And so like, yeah, if that's a thing, but I just don't know. I mean, if Aria knows something, I mean, she just let me know. But like, that's it. She's saying like people that got abused or whatever, they didn't have social media or whatever. That's the reason why. Has anyone reached out yet? If they had, I wouldn't have told you. So yeah, it's just like, cause it would be a very private thing, assuming that somebody would have reached out. And so I wouldn't say that or do anything because I think also it makes it about me at that point. And so like, yeah, I would never talk about that for any reason. So it's just that simple.
The last thing we would get from Halloween was the actually amazing AI song, It's Time to Go Full Demon Time by Gucciemarx.
These plushies talk all I could hear. Could call me a real veteran. Plushie war, now I need medicine. Teddy Bears gave me a heart attack. Plushie traumatic stress like in Iraq.
A few days later, on November 3rd, on stream, Asmongold would show off holes that Mizkif had made in the walls, and then said how ironic it was that this was the most viral Mizkif will ever be for the rest of his life, even questioning Mizkif's threats that he was going to go full-on demon time since nothing by this point had been done.
When you're a monster can deep and she gets more views. Oh god, man, this is really. I was like, when you're a monster can, what do you mean monster? But okay, I get it now. Wow. It's Godzilla? Okay, yeah, the walls. I mean, the thing is that I never saw him punch a hole in a wall. Like I've never really seen anybody do some shit like that at all. But yeah, this is honestly, isn't it crazy that Mizkif would use Emiru to go viral all the time? Like all of Mizkif's most popular clips were with Emiru. Isn't it poetic that the most popular and the most viral Miz has ever been, even now, this is his legacy? And it's like Hassan's legacy is the dog zapper. Miz's legacy is the wall boxer. And the plushie fighter. That's it. And so, yeah, living an enemy shout. Yeah, it's really sad. And after everything and all of that and everything, like, I've noticed that, you know, I don't know what happened, but, like, he just didn't even go live. Remember, like, Miz was talking about, like, it's time for me to go, you know, demon mode. Like, where's the whole clip about this? Mizkif demon mode.
But I have hundreds of messages and DMs from people, things that people probably would never want to get released that are very interesting for everyone, and I will be releasing it as time goes on, because why not? Go crazy. Who cares? Yes, there's some people that are saying...
He didn't even say demon mode. He did not even say it.
Expose everything, bro. It's time to go full demon time. It's clearly obvious at this point.
What happened?
It's full demon time. Why not?
Where's it at?
It is time to go full demon time.
Where you
Just
going?
letting you know. There is no holding back. Who cares anymore? I will expose everything about every person that you've ever known. And it is time to go full demon time.
This guy thought he was the Joker, and it turns out he was just a joke. Ain't that sad?
Then, the next day, on November 4th, and Mizkif finally struck back, filing a lawsuit against Asmongold, Emiru, OTK, and Mythic Talent, claiming emotional distress, loss of reputation, lost wages, $900,000 worth of lost wages, by the way. Well, the streamer, Legal Mindset, would then respond to the news of the lawsuit, saying, "Mizkif is going to lose this lawsuit so hilariously. I'll need to supersize my popcorn for this one. He has opened himself up to complete reputational destruction while suffering the pain of discovery and legal fees. Been traveling, but will review on my next stream." The streamer Tectone, who has had serious beef with Mizkif for a while now, then made a video on the lawsuit. Let's get some highlights in.
Mizkif. Yep, we're back here again. Only this time with two funny additions. We got Asmongold and Emiru. Yes, Mizkif is suing Asmon and Emiru for defamation and damages. Miz, you went live on camera and you admitted that Emmy was right about everything that she did. But Miz, you went live on camera frame 1 to respond. Well, that's not true. More like frame 42. You had to wait 41 frames because you wanted to make sure Asmongold was offline, because you know if Asmon live reacted, your ass would have been cooked harder than it already was. However, I don't think I've seen anybody do more damage to themselves than what Miz did voluntarily. You went live and you said that there was abuse on both sides, and then you claimed that Emmy hitting you with plushies was abuse, and you punched holes in walls and you broke things in aggression. Are you not understanding the difference here? I mean, I don't know if your strategy was to outspend Asmongold and Emiru in court, which doesn't really work to begin with unless you're like a giant corporation going against like a civilian. But I mean, Asmongold has more money than pretty much all of OTK combined, because Asmongold hasn't spent any of the money he's earned for like the past 10 years. I mean, he just buys Dr. Pepper and gummy worms and beef jerky. You're not doing this because you're in the right. You're doing this because you're small, you're petty, you're afraid, and you're lashing out the only way you think that you can.
Asmongold would also make a short statement as well, doing the smart thing, saying that he wasn't going to comment on an ongoing case.
Everybody obviously wanted to talk about the lawsuit and everything. I'm honestly not really sure what's going on with that, and so I'm not going to comment on it right now. That's really about all I have to say. Like, I don't know enough about it right now to look into it or go into it at all. But yeah, it's literally just that simple. And because obviously it involves other people, I'm just not going to comment on it at this point. I mean, I will say this, that to the extent that I can talk about it, I will. And to the extent that I know what's going on, I will let people know if I can. But obviously, you know, with something like that, it's very serious. And so I have to address it in a serious way. It's just the way it is.
Legal Mindset would then do a stream covering the lawsuit and just how weak it really is. Let's get some more highlights in.
He's fighting everyone else combined. So the battle is, okay, is Mizkif really out-earning Asmongold, Emiru, Mythic, and OTK as a whole? I don't think he is. I really don't think the anti-Miz alliance, or rather the Miz Truth and Reconciliation group, is going to be outspent by Mizkif alone. I doubt that highly. Ironically, emotion dismiss may actually be the best thing to save him. In an ironic way, the best way to save Mizkif from this is by Emiru and Asmongold winning quickly. And this is hilarious that it's that bad. We're in a situation that is so bad that Mizkif's W is a quick win by Asmongold, Emmy, OTK, and Mythic. That's how bad this is. I have not seen a lawsuit this bad in a long time, where the true win is not getting to discovery. Like Lightwolf says here for 200 yen, shout out to my base Japanese bros, discovery means FAFO. That's exactly right. So he says that defendants Emiru and Asmongold have published untrue, and defamatory statements concerning Renudo, to an audience of millions, painting him as a rapist, domestic abuser, and emotional abuser. Now, hold on. Did they say that? Did they say that? I don't think they said that. I don't think one time in Asmongold's video or Emmy's video did they say the words, he is a R word, he is a domestic abuser, he is a criminal. I don't think they said that. And by the way, an emotional abuser isn't a crime. So you can call someone emotionally abusive. In fact, I'll say it right now. Based on the information that we see publicly, and if what Emiru says and Asmongold says is true, which let's pretend it is true for a second, he is an emotional abuser. These statements were made with actual malice because Asmongold and Emiru knew at the time they published statements they were false. On the belief and information, Asmongold and Emiru stood to benefit from his ouster from OTK and the associated companies, coordinating with timing of the statements to maximize their injury. No, what they did was, and I'm going to read the last one. They have caused severe damage to his reputation and business. Oh, and severe emotional distress and mental anguish. Oh, what a soy boy. What they did was cover it as streamers cover things. I don't know if Mizkif has been so long out of the game and is such a crappy streamer that he doesn't realize that everybody and their mother on the internet, including myself, will cover things as they come out. That typically is what happens. When news drops, within 24 to 48 hours, people are making videos on it. That's kind of normal. That's what streamers do. That's your job as a streamer, you might even say. Once again, I do believe that everything should be borne out in a court of law. Everyone deserves their date in court, including Mizkif. But Mizkif can be facing potential criminal charges here. And I don't think he takes that seriously enough. I think he thinks this is a joke or thinks this is just going to blow over, but it absolutely will not. Every single contract, in fact, every single employee out there on corporate America, corporate anything, there is a clause that says if you damage the reputation of the company, if you damage the reputation of the company, they can cut you. And by the way, he had already made statements that were more than enough to terminate him. And they'd already put him on notice about that. So what are you talking about? I just think this is such a ridiculous comment and statement in the light of what happened.
One super chatter would actually ask a pretty good question, and we found out Mizkif could actually get in trouble for boxing the wall, causing more emotional distress than any stuffed toy ever could.
Cheetah Duck says, do you think Mizkif will try to twist the story about the holes in the drywall? Your Honor, those holes are from plushies being thrown at me with violent velocity. This is federal court, so unfortunately we're not going to get the Amber Heard, my dog stepped on a bee, but we will get the reports from that, and we can actually have people sit in on that case and listen to it and take notes, etc. We just can't have it filmed. But I think he is going to try to lie, but it's going to be hard. Like, Your Honor, I just gently punched the wall. No, there's going to be proof of that. You're going to be able to see that. And by the way, that is a clear attempt to intimidate Emmy, and she could file criminal charges for that, for punching the wall and for doing other violent things. So if anything, that's going to work against him in a potential criminal suit or maybe even a civil suit for intentional infliction of emotional distress, which I, once again, strongly would advise Emmy to consider. Silver W23 says, question, do you think he put the companies on there so if he gets any money, he can spin it as a complete win like he did with other cases where he got dismissed? Yes. He put the companies on there because they have money and they might pay a settlement just to get him to go away. And honestly, I think they should fight it. I think they should say, F you, Mizkif, we're not giving you $1 with your BS lawsuit and fight it out. I don't think they should pay him a go-away number.
LM even compared Mizkif to the rage pig of Mexico.
Before you know it, he's going to be down there in Merida with Ethan Ralph shaking pill bottles and pissing in jars because that's where he's going with this sort of direction for his life, and he's choosing that for himself.
Legal Mindset would then read out OTK giving the reason why they had dropped Mizkif.
So the implication here is that he breached a very standard contractual clause. But here's the great part. Specifically, OTK referenced your coercive conduct, including multiple instances of unwanted physical contact or violence. Boom. All of these are going to come out. I know Asmongold said he has stories. Guess what? Those are going to come out. Maybe not as part of his streams, as part of Discovery. Emmy stories are going to come out. Other girl stories are going to come out. Oh boy, oh boy. And he had been given notice of his termination of his repurchasing of the shares agreement. So that was already on notice. OTK has now learned that you have furthered your conduct involving violent threats, disparaging remarks, and blatant disregard for OTK and its company affiliates, King Gaming Labs and Mythic Talent Management. As a result, they're taking additional actions to address it and ultimately terminate any relationship between you and the company. As of Saturday, October 18th at TwitchCon, shout out to the most failed event of 2025, the most epic event. You made threatening event and remarks to Emily, blah, 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 Emiru, an OTK owner, even after learning she'd been victim of sexually motivated assault during a meet and greet upon information and belief. Your threats to Emiru were made through individuals adjacent to both OTK and Emiru's personal business, and they pertain to alleged allegations against you by Emiru of an exceedingly sensitive nature, the allegations. So these are the violent allegations against Emmy. Once again, that's at the core of all of this, okay? So you threaten personal and professional harm in an attempt to silence her. By the way, that is what a SLAP lawsuit, strategic lawsuit against public participation. So it's an attempt to silence somebody from publishing her allegations against you. While OTK is not involved nor aware of the conduct, which is fine, that's normal, right? Because that's a normal corporate statement. Such a personal matter that you and Emiru may have with each other will not tolerate threats or misconduct towards you, by you towards members of OTK community. The nature of the allegations in tandem with your hostile response to them is the most egregious misconduct in violation of the owner's agreement. And these are the remarks. And this alone is enough. This is what he said. F streamers, F them all, F everybody, F FaZe Clan, F the fourth floor, F OTK, F everybody. I'm going to start being a solo streamer. I never needed anybody. They needed me. What a pathetic response. I didn't need you. You needed me. Ugh. That is the biggest loser statement of the century. He's going to go down as the most whiny little man-boy, man-child, boy-child.
Lastly, on his Instagram, Mizkif would post this video, something that nobody really understands what it's about. Like, not even joking, what is this?
Fuck you! Motherfucker.
What is there to say by now? Mizkif just made the biggest mistake of his life. Asmongold makes close to $200,000 a month and has spent next to nothing of his dragon's hoard of money. Mizkif might be very well off compared to the average person, but no lawyer will be able to win him this case, considering he admitted to everything on his stream responding to Emiru. This man has just been exposed for being an absolute sore winner. Not only was being near the top not enough for him, but everyone around him need to be below him as well. Mark my words, Mizkif is going to run himself into the ground financially through this lawsuit, combined with him not adjusting his spending habits to his soon-to-be dramatically lowered income.
Joey got it for the people of America. I am never going to financially recover from this.